Hello, welcome to my channel once again. On today's topic, I want to be discussing with you people what you need to know before getting into farming. Without wasting our time, let's just dive into what we have today. First of all, before you start anything, any business, any farming business, you have to develop passion for what you want to do. By now, you should have made up your mind on the area you want to go. Whether you want to venture into the animal aspect or you want to venture into crop aspect, you should have made up your mind on the way forward, on what you actually want to do. Whether you want to start up with crop or you want to start up with animal, there are different branches of agriculture. It depends on the area you want to start up with. For example, if you want to start up with the animal aspect of it, is it the poultry, is it the fish, is it the rabbits, any aspect you want to venture into, by now you should first of all develop passion for what you want to venture into. Okay, that is just the first thing you should know. Developing passion for what you want to do. For example, I studied agriculture. I had passion for agriculture first. That was why I studied agriculture. I developed passion for it. That was why I went into studying agriculture. So for you to be a successful farmer, for you to start up a farm, you should first of all develop passion for what you want to do. Are you passionate about being a farmer? Are you passionate about being called a farmer? So first of all, you have to develop passion for what you want to do, what you want to venture into. It's also applicable to any type of business. Before you start up a business, you should already have passion for it. You don't just go into it because you see others do, or you heard that when you do this or that, you make a lot of profit, then you venture into it. If you do like that, you will fail woefully. So first of all, you have to develop passion so that when there is ups and downs in that business, you will still continue to strive. You will still continue to move forward no matter what. The reason is because you had passion for what you are doing. Okay, first of all, develop passion for what you want to venture into. That is the number one thing I just talked about now. Then another thing I want to talk about is having a business plan. If you have made up your mind on the area you want to go, you should have a business plan on what you want to do. You don't just start. You should draw a plan for yourself on the area you want to go into. Is it the fishery, the poultry, the crop, anything, any business you want to do? If you want to be successful, you need to draw your business plan so that you can know what this business plan is all about, how you want to run your business, where you want to site the business. For example, you want to start up a poultry farm and you site it in a place where people are living. It's not going to work. It's not going to work like that because people will definitely complain of the smell. People will complain of the noise. So if it is fishery you want to set up, you need to set up a fishery where you will have, one, access to water, and two, where you will excrete your water. You don't just excrete your water and it's disturbing people around. So these are the things you need to consider in your plan before you start up. Is it the crop aspect that you want to start up? You also need to know where to site your farm. Is the road to the farm accessible? When your customers come, can they access your farm? How do you go about it? So these are the things you need to plan. Your workers, your farm workers, where will they stay? Are they going to live around? Is your farm around you? Can you be able to go to your farm anytime you want? So these are the things you need to consider in your business plan before you start establishing anything. The things you need to consider before you venture into anything. Also, in that business plan, you need to consider if it is the crop aspect that you want to venture in, what kind of crop do you want to plant? Have you make your research, your environment, where you find yourself or where you established your farm? Have you gone to market research to know the kind of crop to know the kind of crop that is found in that market? You don't just go and plant because maybe, let's say, you love that particular type of crop, you plant it. Are you going to eat it alone? No. So you need to plant what others are planting, what is found in your market. So that's where you will base. Also, if you are dealing with animal, the fish, what kind of fish? Over here we have the catfish, which is popular in the market, which dominates the market, and the tilapia fish also. So in that case, have you researched around your market to know the kind of fishes that is dominant there? If it is a poultry bed that you want to rear, are you going to go into the broiler aspect, or are you going to go into the layers aspect? These are the things you need to consider before you start up, before you venture. Even any business is also applicable to any business, not just farming alone. Okay, if it is crop you want to venture into, are you going to plant your crop all year round, or are you going to depend on the rain fed? Do you understand? Are you going to depend only on the rain, or are you going to plant all year round, both dry season and rainy season? These are the things you need to consider in your business plan before starting up any farm business. Another thing we'll be looking at is your advertising strategy. How do you want to sell your produce? How do you want to sell after you might have finished cultivating your crops, rearing your animals? How do you want to sell them? That's the question here. Are you going to sell direct to the consumers, or are you going to sell to those who buy in wholesale? If it is the crop aspect of it, when there is glut in the market, what do you do? How do you handle your post-harvest losses? These are the things you need to consider. Although these days people join some WhatsApp group related to what they are doing. In that group, you can advertise your produce over there. Okay, and there is also middlemen who come around to buy from the farmers direct and then go to resell. That's another aspect of it. They come to the farmers, they buy in large quantity, and they go over to the market to supply, or they have contacts of those they supply to. So whenever they have demand, they will look out to the farmer and then buy from the farmer in large quantity. Another thing in business plan is your finance. Where do you source your money from? Some people start up with loan, but I do not suggest someone should borrow loan to start up a business. What if it fails? What do you do? So I suggest you start with the little, with what you have first. Start small, then you can grow from there. You can now borrow loan to expand. For example, you can start up with 50 beds, broiler beds, and then grow from there. Or your fishes, you can start with 100, 200, and grow from there. Okay, so do not borrow just to start a business, but start with the little you have and then you grow from there. Okay, that is what is contained in business plan. So these are the things you need to get ready before you set up your farm, no matter how small or big you want to go into. But I suggest as a new farmer, you start up small. So another point here is record keeping. There is no business without record keeping. You need to know when you are running at a loss or when you are making profit. If there is any problem on the long run, you refer back to your record to know where the problem is from. If you are making if you are having losses, you should refer back to your book to know where the loss is from. Whether there are things you bought that you aren't using. Yes, there might be things you bought in excess that you are not using, so that you can be able to fix it and know where the profit and know exactly what is eating your profit. So you should have a record keep. If it is crop, all the chemicals you bought, even your seed, your transportation, everything should be recorded, so that at the end you can be able to determine your price. If it is in the animal aspect of it, you need to write, if it is fish, where you bought your fingerlings, how much you bought them, the transportation, their drugs, water, even the amount you use to pump water. Even if you are using light, you need to record all those things, the bills, you need to write them down so that you can be able to fix your price. Okay, that's the need for record keep. And whenever there is a disease outbreak, you need to go back to your book. Even the mortality, you need to write every single thing happening in the farm. You need to write it down, so that if there is anything, you refer back to your record. That's the need for it. Okay, I have not seen any business that will survive without record keep. How do you know how things is being run in the farm? Okay, you need to have your record. That's another point. So all these points I have mentioned, as a beginner, it will help you to know how to start up. Okay, it will help you to know how to start up your farm, starting from having passion for what you do, your business plan, and things that can be found in a business plan, your market research, advertising strategies, and then keeping your record. Okay, so if you find this video helpful, just give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. This is a new channel. Okay, just subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.